Welcome, 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 beautiful beings of the world. Come and join us for this journey. Open your heart to the sound of the singing bowl. Allow anything to melt away that doesn't feel right. Feel into the powerful, high frequency of your aligned, abundant presence. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome into this beautiful portal. And before it starts just rolling, it's already rolling. I just want to call on the custodians of all the lands that all of us are on right now. They've come here before us. I want to acknowledge their knowledge, their wisdom. I want to acknowledge their connection to the land. I want to acknowledge what they have left for us, and for us to then be caretakers of the land, the nurturing. I want to acknowledge all our ancestors, the lineage that we have come from, the females and the males, the women. This is about women rising, rising, rising into our sacred, sacred power, sacred, beautiful, beautiful power. And to also equally alongside that, to acknowledge the sacred masculine that is here to be with us. We're not separate, but we're together on this journey, honoring all of our lineages together, that all the gifts that they have brought into this reality for ourselves, all the healing that they're bringing us to work through right now, all the support that we are receiving from all of it right now, all of the support we're receiving from Mama Earth, from nature, from the shedding that she's going through, that it's a reminder for us in life that life is about living and dying. It is a cycle. It's a beautiful cycle of life, and that we honor what she's currently doing now. She's going through a whole rebirth. And with the rebirth, there needs to be a dying of the old so the new can be reborn. And equally acknowledging the four directions which are here to guide us. The four directions are a powerful source to acknowledge. And yourself and who you are, who you represent, what you bring forward into this world, that you honor it. And I honor that in you. I see that in you. We feel that in you. And this is a prayer and an offering to fully step into your magic, into your power, and be it, be seen for all the world. Because when you share, you help others also express their personal power and to also share their gifts with the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here for yourself, honoring you.
When I feel a call to rub hands together to create this energy, to really experience what happens. When we put our intention together, this is the magic that we are cooking up right now. Oh, yeah. And just feel that beautiful light and warmth over your face, over your skin, through your body. Yes.
Wow.
Really feeling that medicine that you give to yourself. Oh, that feels good.
Nurturing. Oh, beautiful.
And we are really excited to be here on, what is it, day 4 of our restoration.
Feels like
spurted out of the ground, given us roots to really blossom. And Linda and I have come together in the essence of magic to create and to hold a space and to open a portal for deep connection with soul, with gifts, with magic, with the essence of life, and to really claim that for yourself. And it has been magic the way that we have come together, and we've never met in person. Linda is in Australia and I'm in the UK, and it all came together about 4 days ago. We connected. It was like spark. And since then we've been in total flow, and I know that I'm going to say flow a lot because that is exactly what's being asked of us right now as we go through this change, as we see things crumbling around us. Not to panic, not to freeze, not to fight, not to struggle, but to allow and to flow, to listen deeply to your body, to what it's saying. You know, let's do this, let's do that, let's move here, let's do this. It is so important to come into this space of flow and to allow, because we are creating at the moment. It is time. The old is dying, and we are the ones with the power to bring forward the new. And the way we can do that is not by thinking with the rational, logical mind, it's by feeling, and it's by flowing, it's by trusting that what we came here to do is what we came here to do, and we're going to do it. And that is what we are doing right now, and opening up the space. Yeah. And we've created this magical portal called Mama Magik, and it's all about the divine feminine energy. It's all about returning to Mama, to the earth, and to allowing her to inspire us and to really receive the gifts of the deep, fertile, feminine energy that is so present, to draw upon that and to drink it up through our roots and to allow it to inspire us. And it is really a beautiful place to be able to live within flow, within your rhythm, within your unique rhythm. None of us have the same rhythm. We are all individual, but how we can link together in unity is by all being ourselves, by allowing that, allowing one another to be ourselves.
And really, that is the essence. That is the essence of what this is about and how we came together and how this just flourished. There was no planning by us physically here on the earth, apart from us following our energy to therefore connect up, even though we met 1 year ago, just over a year ago online in a group, and somehow we were drawn back together 4 days ago and connected, and we just felt this energy, this magical energy, because Georgina, both of us use the word magic a lot. Like, I've used it all my life, and my father was referred to as magic. So we're not talking about woo-woo magic. We're talking about the magic each and every one of us hold, a sacred magic that we hold within ourselves, within our soul, within our seed. And the magic is a synchronistic kind of a magic which we all know of, and that it's that moment when you've connected and thought about someone and they've thought about you just like that. That's one of the simplest ways of connecting to that and becoming aware of what that magic is. It's not real, it's actually real. So you've thought of someone, they've thought of you, you've gone, I was just about to call you, and then you go to talk about something and then they say it first, and then you go, that's just why I was calling you. And this is what happened to us the other day. We sort of went through that process. It was a reconnecting, and it was just, we weren't even unfamiliar with each other. We just dived straight in. Yeah. And no planning or trying to figure out what's happening, what's coming through. We had a full trust in what was birthing through us, for ourselves, for each other, and a full knowing and trusting that knowing, that intuition, whatever you call it, that, okay, we're going to run with it, even though we've got no idea what this was. It's like, but we felt it. We felt it. And we just said, let's go. And here we are. We just followed the energy. And that's what's called magic. Without the thinking, it's follow it and let the unknown unfold as you follow that synchronicity and respond to what is calling you. Open that door. Be curious in that. Dance with it. Play with it. This energy of magic is also playful. And the more playful you can be about it, playful as in not being so serious that, oh, what is this? I have to go and have a look and investigate. It's being playful and open and curious, like children. We referred to that the last couple of days, haven't we? Mm-hmm. It's childlike. Mm-hmm. It's that wonderful, mystical, magical world that children live in and play in and create through. And we lose that as we grow up, as we have done in the past. But it's back. It's back, baby. It's back.
It is calling us right now, and the women of the world, we're the leaders here. We are the ones that create life. We birth. So we know this routine. You know, even if you haven't had a child, we birth, you know, with creations. We have our cycle, which is about death and rebirth every month with our menstrual cycle. And it's about sinking into that and allowing yourself to be guided by that wisdom, because that wisdom is what Mother Nature shows us. The cycles of the seasons, the death and rebirth of what happens, you know, to animals. Everyone goes through it, and it's really important to lean into it and to get curious about your cycle, about your rhythm, and what is wanting to come through. And I was also saying the other day about the feminine is ready to lead in the energy sense as well as the physical woman, because we've been dominated by this masculine energy of push, 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 and busyness, and just focus and outcome. And what am I going to get if I do that? It's about coming back to the feminine, to start with that energy of, ooh, okay, what wants to happen? What is coming? Listening in, drinking in that magic, drinking in that energy, drinking in that fertile, really exciting, earthy, physical. It is physical, and drawing it in, and then acting from that place of inspiration and openness rather than the other way around, because that just drives us into a corner and it exhausts us. And this time is showing us that Mother Nature is ready to teach us again, because we've forgotten. You know, generations before us knew this, and people in tribes in certain places in the world are still doing it. But the mass numbers of people in society now are completely disconnected from this. And this is deep, deep wisdom to come back to the feminine, to listen, to receive, to commune with nature, and then to act when it feels right, when you're in alignment, when you feel inspired, and then go for it. That's when the masculine comes in and you focus, and that is where this energy is going, because we need both. It's not about saying no to the masculine, because we all have masculine and feminine within us. And men have masculine and feminine as well. And it's all about bringing us back into balance. But we know as women, we are the ones to lead this. And it just requires that surrender into your own unique rhythm and flow, and to see where that takes you. And it's exciting. It's so exciting. This is a really creative time. So if you have the call, you're feeling that desire to create, to make art, to sing, to play music, to connect with others, to collaborate in some way, you don't even have to have the idea. Just go to the person you're feeling inspired to go to, and just see. It's wide open right now. It's wide open for creation. It's wide open for us to design it. Think of that, feel that. That is really exciting. And this is what we're doing here. We're designing, we're creating, we are allowing, we are receiving. When we are receiving the urge, we are making it happen in the masculine way. Like today, we're showing up, we're giving it our all, our focus, our intention, our attention, our full presence, and we are welcoming you to do the same and to join us as well, because we can feel this is the right way to go, to move from that place within you of excitement and joy. Just as Linda said, like a child. We've all been there, and it's about coming back to that curiosity, that openness, playfulness. It's gentle, but it's also very energetic. It's very like vital. Like, yes, we got to do this now. You know, this is what we've been doing every day. It's like, okay, now we need to, okay, let's do it. We can calm, but it's also very exciting.
It is so exciting. I don't actually think there is a word that I know of that can actually put the essence of what it is. Like, there's many beautiful words like God, intoxicating and invigorating and exuberance, right? But I just don't have a word to put it into this synchronicity, into the flow, into how it just naturally is unfolding, and it's easy. It's just so easy when you're in the flow and you allow it to take on its own role without having to think that you have to do anything or be anything. You just have to hold that space and follow that energy. And it is easy, it is fun, it is playful. Everything just seems to synchronize and happen. And And it just rolls. I mean, we don't plan what we're going to say and do in the lives, in the videos. We just know, okay, we're going to push start, and we haven't even put a theme in. The theme is magic. The theme is magic. And really, really want to highlight that and emphasize that in all its expression. All its expression. Like, what are you? What do you do? What do you love doing? If you've forgotten what that is, what did you used to do when you were a child? Was that lying on the grass and gazing and just dreaming about the cosmos and understanding it without knowing a language? Was that your magic? Is that what world you existed in, which you can exist in here on the earth and share that? Is it that you just want to go out and do earth art? I mean, build structures out of just what's lying on the ground. Earth architecture. What is it? Is it just simply singing your own songs that you make up, that people say you can't sing that, you can't do that? Like, what was it? What was that magic? Are you a storyteller? You know, what is it? You want to like tap back into that. What was it when you were a child? What was that? And tap into that frequency, tap into that energy and call it in, because this will open up that doorway for you if it's not already opening up for you. And it's really a potent energy to follow, because when you do that, the people around you and your environment also opens up to that. It automatically opens up to that just by you being it yourself. You don't even have to go out there and be excited and say, this is what we're doing. Like, people feel it. People see it. They feel it. You must know of someone that you look at as someone that you wish you had that energy maybe years ago, maybe when you were young, because they were vibrant, they were flowing, they were in their flow. Everything just seemed to turn up for them. And you thought, wow, they've just got good luck. They've just got good contacts. They've just got good genes. I mean, we all know someone like that, right? And it was just this energy. It's because they knew about the magic synchronicities. They may not have called it magic, but that's what they lived. They just had a deep knowing and a deep trust. A deep trust. I'm talking about, and not even thinking for 2 seconds about that call. I'm going to go with it, even though I might feel fearful and scared because it's new. And it's like, I'm talking about this the other day. It's like going up on that roller coaster. It's like, I want to get on that ride, and you're on it, your belt's clipping, and you go, holy shit, you know, holy shit, this thing takes you up. The breath just leaves you, and you get to the top, and it's like, and you go down. It's that. It's that. It's that. Right. It's going through it anyway and really riding that and allowing everything that's coming to you to come to you, not necessarily to hold on to it, but just go with it. Oh my goodness, you will feel different. You will start to look different. What you do, what you say, how you dress, even what you eat will start to change. Not by you deciding, it just happens. The cells change from being in that energy. So you'll feel like doing different things. You'll feel like eating different things, or what you used to eat or smell or perfumes you wear will change because the energy, the frequency in the cells have changed. It's just, I can feel it. Bubble of magic here is just going.
That really has made me want to go on a roller coaster. I'm like, wow, okay, the first thing I'm going to do is probably go on a roller coaster when we're allowed out. Even though I'm already feeling I'm on one. But just, yeah, really loving that as well, that the cellular structure that happens, the change, the buzzing, the vitality, the nourishment that enters into your physical body. You will see the change, as Linda says. And it reminds me of a time when I shifted my flow, I shifted my vibration, and everything came with it. I opened up, I surrendered, and I said, okay. And it took me to Bali. That's where I ended up. Didn't know why. And then my whole diet changed. I became vegetarian, then vegan. I stopped drinking. Honestly, it raises your vibration when you step into your flow and you give yourself, you know, what it is that you actually want. You know, maybe that's not what you want, but this is what happened for me. And oh, you know, I just felt this expansiveness, like clearing out all of that clutter and the low vibrations and the closed thinking and the limiting beliefs that keep us stuck and down and heavy and weighty and angry and depressed and sad and in those lower vibrations. It's okay, that's okay. But welcome in something new for yourself. Welcome in, you know, opening up your heart and being able to sit like this and think, actually, this is what I want for myself. Because it's your time to claim that as well. We are in this new portal. We are going through the birth canal. Choose what it is. Claim that future. Claim it. This is your time. And there is so much out there. There are so many opportunities, even though in the reality that we see, this 3D reality, that things are crumbling down, that society, government, whatever, all of these 3D things, it's time for them to crumble. They weren't working. Have we actually been, honestly, have we been happy with them? No, they haven't been working for a long, long time. And now nature has stepped in and said, fuck, okay, I've had enough of this shit. You guys are doing a poor job. You are not connected with the greater, wider perspective. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to help, because this is what it is. It's help. It is for our highest good. It is for, you know, liberation for each and every one of us, even if we're not consciously aware of that. It is really a beautiful gift. And to ask yourself these questions: what is it that I want? What is it that makes me happy? What fulfills me? Going to those questions, being, again, very curious. It's a light energy. It's not a heavy, what do I want? What got to plan this and plan that. It's what do I want? Okay, what do I like? What inspires me? Oh, the color red. Okay, what do I like? Oh, I like that lily flower. You know, it's just like popping into this space of just, what do you like? What are you drawn to? What are you inspired by? And just getting really comfortable with seeing these things and enjoying them. And then it builds. And yeah, we are opening this held space, and we are both very committed to following
like
this.
never before.
Yeah, this is the work we both came here to do, it feels, at this time. And I always knew there was something that I was here to do. Like, it's about liberation, it's about authentic expression, it's about supporting people, it's about just speaking the truth and being really raw and not caring about swear words, about offending people. It's coming from a place of love and integrity. And love is such a potent energy when you really experience love at its core, in its essence, not the romantic love that's like, I'll love you, but you have to be like that. I'll love you if you do that, but if you don't, I won't. It's that all-consuming energy that, you know, will tear down the things that aren't right for you, but will provide you with the opportunities for the things that are really aligned with who you are. This is the journey now. And it's time to say yes to that. See where it goes.
And when you do, oh my goodness, you can't even prepare yourself for what it is. It's just, again, a deep, deep trust. And just, listening and thinking, well, I actually don't know what it is that lights you up. Go for a walk. Go for a walk. It might be that you're in your head. When we get into our head to try and think about what that is, or recall what that was, or recall what it was when you're a child, the mind can block it. The thinking can actually block it. So maybe don't try and do that now, but at some point when you're just feeling relaxed, right? Generally, when we relax, that's when we get things that pop. Because when we relax, we're more than likely in our heart. We're not up here trying to figure it out or try and think about what are they talking about, or try and think about how do I do the magic? How do I be the magic? You just follow that call that is unfamiliar to you, or follow that instinct like I was talking about before, where you're thinking of your friend and they call you immediately and you're going to talk about the same thing. I was using this the other day, if you're driving along the road and you're going to visit a friend, for example, and you just have this, it could be an overwhelming message or just a very slight whisper to turn right on the way, but you don't know why. Turn right on the way to your friends. Turn right. There's something down there. Just something down there that will connect with where you're going to your friends. There's something you can pick up down that way, or you'll see, or you'll discover, or you'll read about. Turn down those, listen to the whispers, listen to the loud voice. Let go with the unfamiliar. Because, when you've locked in who you are and how it's going to be, that's it. In that little box. Right. But I feel at the same time, everyone's your box. This tiny little, in fact, it's just so small. And we look outside our fingers, we've got this huge room that we're in. And you're here thinking, no, this is my life. This is me. I wonder what's out there. There's all this unknown, undiscovered territory just here for you, with all these gifts that you haven't even tapped into, that you don't think is there for you. You think it's for other people. Those days are over. Mm-hmm. It's really, truly trusting and being grounded. And if everything else at the moment, currently, presently, feels like it's overwhelming for you in whatever you're doing, and that you feel and you're aware that you're trying to feel the magic, then stop. If you're sitting thinking, well, I'd love that magic, I'd love it, you're immediately outside of it, because you're out there thinking it's out there, not here. And to be in that magic fully, there's a presence in that. It's being present with it. It's when you're present with it, that's when you can follow it. But if you think you've got to find that magic, and where do I get it from, and how do I be that? Gone outside, so we're back out again, and we've lost it. We're sort of out there searching. It's not here. It's not in the soul. It's not in the field. So if you're a person like that thinks hard about how to do it and really wants to do it and really wants it, you know what? Just relax. Just hear what we're saying. Listen to this like as many times as you want. Put something on that can drop you into that relaxed state and that magic. What is it? Going for a walk. Mama Nature is the biggest healer, the biggest speaker. She informs us with every step that we take outside. The birds speak to us through their singing. The leaves fall in front of you as you're walking. as you've had that thought, leaves fall. The wind picks up as you're having this thought about something, right? She speaks to you every moment of the day. And if you're not aware of that, even just people walking in nature, get your feet on the ground, go through the bushes, go sit by a tree, go by a babbling brook, go by a river, go by some water. Where are you? If you've not so close, is there grass near you? Is there trees? Can you just stand outside? It doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's pouring, if it's sunny, go out and feel it. Go out and feel it. Run outside if it's pouring with your clothes on and stand in the rain. That's being present. You can feel the sun on you. You can feel the rain on you. You can feel what's happening. When you're present, then you're able to listen to your joy and feel this ecstasy that overtakes the body when you get the messages like we have.
I'm like, yes. And there are other ways of doing it as well. There's movement, there's yoga, there's orgasm. That is a high charge right there. You are right in connection with your life force. You are the one who is activating it as well. And I cannot say enough about self-pleasure and masturbation, because that is something I feel like we have buried and made ugly or made shameful or made just scary, throughout the generations of suppression of the feminine. But we are big, we are huge. Take up space, practice taking up space, practice being in your flow. I find movement really, really powerful, whatever that looks like, whether it's a run one morning, whether it's moving on the mat the next morning, whether it's just stretching and allowing and flowing, being outside. And also a bath. I find water really, really relaxing. And I receive so many downloads when I'm lying in the bath. One, because I'm fully relaxed and it's a hot bath with lots of essential oils and it's really scrummy. And it's getting to that place. It's allowing yourself to sit within that place. What is it that you feel, really good doing, and following that, and then opening, because you are open at that time when you are doing these things that just feel so good. And that, like Linda said, you are out of your head and you are in your body. And I really enjoy actually guiding women through embodiment practice.
Yes.
And getting into the wild energy.
Woo! The
This
wild
is what
energy.
we're doing. We're coming together to just like enhance, really bring it forward, call it forward.
Yeah. And that energy is usually the thing that just came to me as Georgina's talking, is usually that thing that you were told when you were young that you're too much, that you can't do that, you can't paint like that, this is how you paint, you can't write like that, this is how you write, you can't move like that, that's not how you dance, that's not how, it's all of that. Well, no, you can't do that because in our family, this is what we do through the lineage. So you're going to do the same thing. All of that stuff.
Yeah. Your ancestors and your lineage really are supporting you to be this right now, because for a long, long time, women did not have the option. Right now, we have the option. We are really open right now. The world is open. The world is our oyster. And it always has been, but it's definitely become easier. And women have more of a voice and a place. And this is so exciting. Our ancestors before us have been supporting this. And this is why we came here right now. And we can call them in for support. We can call in our ancestors, the mothers before us. Surround us, mothers. Surround us in your support and love and guidance, and really help me to be brave and courageous and step into who I am, because I know that it's what you all want. I know that it's what I want. I know that it's what the world wants. So you can really call in that support as well from any guides that you feel really attuned with, and
Mm.
support of your family and your ancestors before you, because
Mm.
yeah, this is the time, and each generation, each century has its own vibe, and we are in a
We're it.
really groovy vibe. I was saying the other day about this is like the Renaissance, the Renaissance of the 60s, but kind of like even more open.
Oh,
Really, we've been working each year, each generation. We've all been working, and we're now at this point of birth. The head is crowning.
huge birth, huge birth, huge birth. And there is a space open for each. What's calling forward right now, energetically, in this age of Aquarius, is individuality, meaning use your own essence, use your own magic. That's what's going to create this world from here on in. We need each and every blessings, clearing. We need everybody's creative flow. The world needs it in order to create what is here, offering us now. And we are it. You don't need directions and instructions from anybody anymore. You're the only one who knows you, who knows what that gift is, who knows what you can do naturally, naturally. And that's what's being called forward. That's what we are being called to. And so that's what we're here for, to be that with each other. I mean, what do we do with this? We've got to get online. We've got to share this. And, if one person's life changes because of this, then that is magical. And if one life changes because you're stepping into your own creativity and owning that sacred power, whatever it is you do, and you've inspired one person, or you've saved that person's life because they saw you and watched you and said thank you, and inspired that person to also be their own creative, what's that name called? There's no name for it. Energetic magnificence and expression in this world to help co-create what is needed here right now, then that's the most magical thing that we could do for each other, is share it, be it, so others can be inspired. I'm sure you have had someone you've looked up to throughout your life, different people throughout your life perhaps, who have danced, who have been storytellers, people who have been able to do just art naturally and be themselves. I'm sure there's someone you look up to or have wished, God, I wish I could do that. And it's not do what they're doing, but be brave enough to be their full expression of themselves. Or you've hidden behind them thinking, that's how I dance, but I dance at home behind the doors. I don't want anybody to see me. But I wish I could be like them and dance like them in front of these people. Now the stage is yours. It's all of ours. And when you do it, you will invite that person that's also been hiding to also step in and also be that full expression. You will free them up. Free them up.
I had so much that was coming through just then, and then my mind went blank. It's like, oh, it is it it
It is magical. And it's not trying, there's no words to it. It's just really taking that on board and owning it and really allowing yourself to go there deeply. It doesn't matter how wacky you are, it doesn't matter how nerdy you are. All of those labels we get at school, labels we get by bullies at school. And by the way, bullies are just people who, because I used to work with them years ago, people with learning, so-called learning difficulties. I'm telling you now, it's the system that has the learning difficulty. There's all these people that I had the honor to work with who came with diagnosed by the system as ADHD, as dyslexia. I mean, I'm so dyslexic, right? You can't be creative without having some kind of disorientation happening within your field, because to be able to dance so beautifully, to be able to create and do your art so beautifully, to be able to sing, to be able to, do whatever it is you do naturally, you have to be able to be in this beautiful disorientated state for that to be coming through from source, through you. You have to be in that state. So all these people I worked with who were from 7-year-olds up to 60-year-olds who were labeled in society were the most ingenious, creative, beautiful souls that had been squashed by the system. And we need to claim that within ourselves. We need to come back to what that is for us. Come out of hiding, own it, own it, own it, make it yours, and don't hold back. Celebrate you coming out. Celebrate you coming out. How are you going to celebrate? How are you going to celebrate?
And your party. What I wanted to say that was coming through was the support of others as well. Call in your sisters, get into a group that we are not meant to be doing this on our own. We are our own individual, but we come together in unity to support one another, and it's so essential to have that support. It's just so essential to have that person, those people, that group, those groovy people who really get you, who are holding a torch for you throughout everything and mirroring back to you just how powerful and great and groovy and awesome and huge and individual you are. It is so important for us to have that. We are tribal people, and it is nourishing to have that support. So also that is such a beautiful way of coaxing out your true self if you are feeling overwhelmed by the task on your own, because we all are. I mean, I've had so many people that I've looked up to or felt, oh yeah, there's the groove, they're showing me the groove, thanks for showing me the groove, because now I can groove in my way. Thanks for just showing me that that's actually what I was feeling. We all are sharing this experience together, and it's really, really beautiful. We are not about one person having all the money. It's not about that. It's not about being rich beyond I don't even know what to do with this money, I'm so rich. It's not that. It's about the wealth of everyone and being so fulfilled that we feel happy, content, joyous, because we are expressing our gifts, that we are expressing ourselves, and that there is nothing better than that.
And you mentioned something so powerful just then, money. And what I want to bring into this conversation, okay, let's talk about it, is that when you're in the magic flow, there is no way there's space for you to think about making money. It's not even in your field. And guess what? It just comes. It just comes. You haven't even sat down and thought, well, I'm going to make this money. I mean, some people do. And there's two things I've seen over all my years. I'm a grandmother. I'm a mama. I'm 58. And what I've experienced in people who are truly wealthy, but I mean, we are wealthy now because we're in our flow. But I'm talking about money wealth just for a moment. Okay, this is just tapping into that. Because, I hear so many people going, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be rich. I want to have the money. And they get locked in this mindset of having to work hard and work along someone else's guidelines, which is what we think we have to do because that's what they're doing. So we have to do that too to make that money. And you're lost. You're lost. You're lost. And there's two types of people I've seen who have money. There's those who are in it and they make good money because they're sharp people, but they're lonely. They're lonely. They're on their own. They're not a team player. So they've got millions of dollars and they're miserable. Miserable. So that's one. They get the money because they know how to play. They know how to do the tricks along the way. They know how to, they've got the talk, you know, how to manipulate, but they're lonely. And the other ones, like generally, like I don't know everybody, but I'm just saying my experience is this. And the other one is the other wealth comes from the people who know intuitively from a really young age what their role is here. And it might be generating a massive company, but there's an intention behind why they are able to pull this company together. They're actually working in the magic, and they have had an insight about a feeling of, wow, I'm actually going to have this much money. But they're no more thinking about it. They've forgotten it, and they're following that call of the thing that they are creative at, that they are good at, and they just get on and do it. They're not consciously, completely focused on the money. And the only people who are focused on that, it never happens. It never happens. It's a struggle. It's, you know, everything falls apart. So there's success when you follow the magic. So forget about the money. The money's there. It's a really good, thank you for mentioning money, because, you know, people go, oh, if I love money, you know, the energy of money is to love it, then it'll come to me. No, you've got to love yourself. You have to love what you do and share that, and you will get riches beyond what you could imagine. I'm talking about not just riches in money, riches in so much wealth and friendship and so much connections. You feel wealthy. You feel like there's just an abundance, that nothing's lacking anymore. And it never ends. It's an ever evolving, it's an infinite ball of possibilities that just keep rolling and just keep rolling. And wow, I thought that was amazing. Oh no, but wait for this next one. Oh my God, this is the big roller coaster. This is it. I'm here. And it's like, no, keep going.
It's exactly that. It's not falling off. And when you fall out of flow, it's okay as well. But you notice it and you just get back to it as well, because we're all human. Of course, we're not always going to be like, right, let's just flow, because there are other things that, we have responsibilities. But it's about keeping within that constant energy, and just to allow yourself, because you are worthy, you are worth all of this. This is
Yes.
this is like your river. You can imagine, like, we all have our own rivers, the streams that are just flowing, all our desires of abundance being taken care of, all the money that you need, all the people, and you just jump on that river. And you don't see what's going to happen ahead, because why would you? That would be boring. It's like, okay, I'm going to ride this river, and I'm just going to keep going and allow it to take me and take in these things, and also keep, acting, keep riding that wave, keep bringing my energy to it, keep doing all that I can to keep making this, really happen. And I feel like that river is a really powerful way to remind yourself, because the river doesn't know. The river knows that there's a flow, but it doesn't know where it's going. But it is going, it's always going. So I've found that river connection and having something that is real in that way has really helped me with the focus of the flow. Allow that river to flow, allow yourself. to be there and to just really see with curiosity, wow, what's next?
Mm.
Where's this going to take me? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And staying in what you want to give, what you want to offer. Keep showing up, keep speaking up, keep creating,
Yeah.
keep being yourself, because that is where we all come together, and that is
Yeah.
what is going to happen. I can feel it. And there is such a breakdown right now in society and in our culture because we've been so focused on the money. It's been all about the fucking money. And I, for one, am sick to
Yeah.
death of
Yeah.
people talking about money, 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 money. And that is not the focus. And that is why right now those things are falling down, because it's about coming from the place of power and integrity, and not something having the power and integrity over you. Right now,
Mm-hmm.
people are putting their power and integrity in this money. No, we've got to sit in our power and integrity, and we call
Yeah.
on the things.
Yeah.
They come to us, not the other way around. Not all of us is, oh, I must go there. Oh, I must go there. And oh, I must go there. And like you were saying the other day, we get really clear with our boundaries. What do we actually want to spend our energy and time on? Getting really clear. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. No is actually a very powerful, loving,
Mm.
and grounded word that you can use. It's really important to get into that, the
It's
habit of
huge.
saying no when you really mean it, because
Yeah.
yeah, it only upsets you and others if you say yes when you don't mean it. And it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to say no.
Mm. And absolutely, it is so powerful. Boundaries are so powerful. It doesn't mean you're hurting the other person. It just means I'm in my flow here, and I'm not going to anymore be disrupted or disturbed and go sideways because you're calling me to help you with fixing the bike, or you need to go and have coffee with someone. So I'm going to interrupt my flow to go and have coffee with you, right? It's just, honey, I'm in my flow. I've got it happening, and I'm going to stay here until whenever, right? But boundaries just lock that flow in. And you know what it's like. I'm sure everyone's had moments where you have been completely in that, it's almost disorientated. You're in the flow, and time passes and you go, wow, what happened?
Mm.
And you're in it, you're painting, you're dancing, you're walking, you're just immersed, you're with someone that you've just completely connected with. And it's like, you're just rolling and fully immersing yourself with each other in this energy, in this conversation, in this portal. 3 hours have gone by, which feels like 15 minutes. That's the flow, and that's when the boundaries come in. No one actually, I have to say that no one actually cares about you. I'm not saying cares as in parents don't care and friends don't care. They do. But at the end of the day, about your life, about your decision, about who you are as a creative, they don't care. What they care about is having the control to decide for you themselves what they like about what you can do and what you can't.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
They actually don't care. It's not going to make any difference, meaning it's not going to make any difference to their life.
Mm-hmm.
What you do, it's got nothing to do with them. Nothing to do with them. It's everything to do with you, and you're the only one who can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Who can do that thing. And again, you'll inspire people, and just by being yourself, you will inspire them to also want to do that. They may not do it straight away, but eventually. So boundaries are just so up there with your flow. Undistracted. Like, don't distract me. I'm just creating right now. Oh, and be playful. Because when you're playful and you're in it, you can also say that to people in a playful way. Don't just leave me alone. I'm creating. I'll be back soon. Instead of going, oh, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'd like to come, but I can't. No, just shut up. it's just I'd love to come. I can't come now. I've got this thing happening. And be playful. Let it happen. Play with it. And say, can't do it today, but next time call me. I might be out of my flow. It doesn't have to be a heavy no. claim it, claim it, claim it, own it, own it. No advice from anybody. Don't have to get approval from anybody. You don't have to go and sit down and tell a story to anybody about what you want to do. You don't have to go and call your friends together and say, what do you think? You don't have to go and get your parents and your family together and say to them, this is what I'm doing. I really need your approval. Is it going to be okay? They don't know. They don't even know what this is. So you have to be the one.
It's so true. People are also thinking about themselves a lot, and not in necessarily an egotistical way, but people are thinking about themselves. They don't have time to think about whether you should do this thing. It's like, that is your responsibility as well, which is really important to receive and understand and feel empowered by that. Okay, I have a responsibility to myself to do this, to be it, to show up. And I want to now talk about, the flow's taking me here now.
This is how it goes.
Mama Magik collaboration. We have an Instagram page called Mama Magik, and you can find us. I'll put the link in at the bottom of this video wherever I post it, but the link is at mama_magic with a K _GL, which is Georgina and Linda. And this is our portal. So join us on Instagram, and we are going to be co-creating and weaving this beautiful space for support and guidance and whatever it is that Mama wants us to speak,
to do,
and do, because that is the intention, and to bring you along for the ride, because Mama's got magic for you too. Mama's got medicine for you too. And it is such an exciting, liberating, freeing, creative time. So join us there, and I look forward to seeing what unfolds.
We're both looking forward to seeing what unfolds. We've got no idea. We just know it just feels we have to do this.
I mean, I have had lots of downloads already about this and that.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, wait your turn. Just going to see what wants to come next. And then maybe it's you. But, also I don't get attached to all my ideas, which if you're a creative person is a really good tip, because we are full of ideas. And in the past, I have been totally overwhelmed by my own ideas. Changing my name 50 times a day, changing my picture, changing this, changing that. It's so exhausting. So here is a tip that I found really useful. Get your ideas out, write them down if you want to, but then let them lie, let them sit. Don't immediately act. Oh God, I've got 12 ideas that all sound really good. I've got to do them all now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Do the one that is really immediate, that you're really excited about, but leave the rest. And if they manifest, if you come back to them and go, yeah, okay, now I want to do that, do it. But don't hold yourself to ransom. If I don't do these 12 things I've written on the list, I'm gonna explode. It's okay, you will get more ideas. And this is also being in the flow, allowing yourself to roll with whatever is feeling really immediate to come out, because that is the energy right now. It's very, very immediate. It's very, very
and it is usually that first one that drops in, and then the rest gets added. But you can say, whoa, one at a time, one at a time. You can, because you just get flooded otherwise, because it's just going, so you can't say one at a time. And I totally get you, Georgina, about changing your name. Like, what am I going to call myself? What? This is just madness, right? You are just be calling yourself Magik, call yourself Linda.
Magik? You can call ourselves Magik. Everyone who comes in is going to be called Magik, so we can keep it simple.
Well, that was probably the easiest thing we came up with ever. And we only had one thing come up, and it was based on the fact that there's magic. We feel the magic. We've got the magic flowing. Georgina uses magic all the time, the word, and speaks about that, and so do I, and that's what made us connect. So it was really easy because we also speak a lot and are very connected to Mama Earth. And so we had that conversation. We said, okay, let's just make it Mama Magic. So it was so easy.
Oh, so easy. The most easy creative experience ever. CEOs of the company, baby.
CEOs. You're all
CEOs. CEO. What? Creative director. CD.
What? CD.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What do they normally call it? See, I'm so out of touch with the old world. I don't even know what people call each
other. What's a CEO, you mean?
Yeah, so that's...
Yeah, the CEO is the company executive officer. Is that right?
No,
CEO.
we're just confused each other, and that's okay. We don't need to know. But I meant the creative director of,
yes.
our thing.
Yes.
And that is, I've never felt so happy and easy and flowing and fluid into this.
No. Because that's the word. It is creative director. That's what we are. Creating, and they're guiding us to
yeah. So I feel really grounded and very grateful this time. Very, very grateful. Finally, it has arrived, and it's going to continue to arrive in lots of different ways. But I've definitely been waiting for this moment in life since I was a child. So I'm very, very grateful to be here, to be sharing, to be showing up, and to be empowering and supporting others to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, sister Georgina. Beautiful, co-creative, magical being. Thank you for reaching out, for us connection, for us being here right now.
Feeling into that spaciousness, welcoming it in. This is for you as well. We are all journeying here together. Claim it for yourself.
It is ecstasy. It is ecstasy.
Until the next magical time.
And that's truly how it is. Until the next magical time.
And
go play
as well.
Yes. Everything. Just go and play. Be curious. And you'll just automatically be happy. Just don't hold back. Don't hold back. Nothing to hold back from anymore. It's done.
It's done. Thank you, everyone who watches. Thank you. Thank you to Mama, rocking out Mama, Magik. We're here on the set going, what wants to come through? Tuning in.
Wow. We'll break out into song soon.
Yeah.
We both have voices, so that's going to be happening at some point too. So much.
Thank you.
Go with love.
Love, 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 love.
All we need is love.
Goodbye.